What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action horror creature feature film review. Today we're actually going to continue on with the Underworld franchise. We're going to talk about the third one, Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. It was released by Screen Gems, January 23rd, 2009, and produced by Tim Rosenberg, Gary Luceri, and Len Wiseman and Richard Wright. It was written by Danny McBride, Dick Bachman, and Howard McCain, and directed by Patrick Tatopoulos, who did other films like The Cave, which I have a review for on here, The Patriot, Battlefield Earth, The Chronicles of Riddick, and had a budget of $35 million. All right, so this is a prequel to the Underworld franchise. This is the Rise of the Lycans. So you follow the main villain of one of the main villains of the first film, and see how he becomes. First, he's in just a pack of normal lycans, and becomes rise to power, and he falls in love with this. He's a slave, and he falls in love with this woman who is like half vampire, half lycan, and basically they mate, and he ends up fighting her father, and over it all, and some sacrifices are made, and the war begins. Overall, this is a pretty standard prequel. It's nothing really much. They kind of actually ignore the lore from the first two films of the Lycans and kind of create their own in this one, which is really annoying and pointless. There's a lot of pointless bickering back and forth throughout a lot of this film, and but when the Lycans are transformed into actual lycans and being aggressive and menacing and stuff like that, they look fantastic in this. They still keep a lot of practical effects stuff in it, and it looks really good. Even the CGI ones look really good still, and it holds up today, which is impressive. Some of the acting is a little cheesy and weird to say the least in this, and and the cinematography is okay. It's a pretty dark movie. It has that really dark blue tinge over it, like every Underworld movie, and but they kind of screw up the vampire and the lycan lore in this one quite a bit, and kind of just did their own thing to make a cool little action war movie, but with a lot of bickering in it. So I wasn't huge into this one, though. I thought it was really boring and padded beyond belief. And when the fight scenes were happening, it wasn't too bad, but you know who's going to win, and you know how it's going to go because of the first two movies. And it wasn't that interesting overall. It was just good popcorn flick, I'd say, but wasn't really anything too bad. It did have some cool gore effects, and all that looked really good too, and the special effects on its own looks really good. Underworld franchise is known for having pretty good practical and CGI effects in it, so I wasn't surprised at that. It was just the story and the characters, a lot of pointless characters in there that didn't need to be there, that were just time filler, and the story was just bland and really basic, and it didn't really bring anything to the lore or enhance the Underworld mythos or anything like that. It's just there as a popcorn flick. So I wasn't too impressed with this. I thought it was okay, so I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I wasn't huge into this one, and we got 2 more to go, so hopefully they get a little bit better, but we'll see how that goes. But if you want to check this one out, I'll link the trailer down below so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not sure where you can find it on which streaming service or not, so I'll at least link the trailer down below. But also, I'll link down below is my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future on my stories. The films on hashtag and subchannel film and hashtags. Are you aware of it? Also, my Letterbox is down below at DP Reviews, as I post my first star rating right after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay with this channel. Like this video, share it to more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. Let me know what your favorite Underworld film is as well. Also, if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service I want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd they brought. Never thought checking that together, and also show you my opinions on popular films, so come out classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell, because we're actually going to take a break from the Underworld franchise and talk about Midsommar in the next one. I'm going to go back to a more weird cultish horror film, so check it out. So I'll be stating my opinions on that in the next video, so make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those ravaging werewolves lurking out in the countryside, killing us all off and making us all invincible. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.